Here's the deal. The truth is, no one's going to believe in you until you've actually done something. Nobody's going to throw you a party until you've achieved it. You've got to put in the work before anyone believes in you, which means you'll be grinding away for a long time all on your own, without any cheers, awards, or anyone saying, "Good job." If you really want to believe in yourself, go out there and create something amazing instead of wasting your energy worrying about what others are doing. If you keep chasing your own opportunities, you're just setting yourself up to fail over and over again. That goes against what society is about. Society is all about gossip, who's doing what, and not about focusing on your own stuff. That's why you don't see successful people hanging out with those types. They're too busy worrying about their own lives and how to improve. So, why not use that time you spend gossiping to work on yourself instead? Instead of stressing over others, focus on improving yourself. Your biggest competition is yourself. It's always you against you. You need to get up every morning, stay disciplined, and put in the daily grind, because that's how you achieve success. You have to strengthen yourself and pay attention to your inner dialogue. Start lifting yourself up, because sometimes the only positive things you'll hear about yourself are the ones you say. Look, you need to start lifting yourself up. Start telling yourself, "I can do this. I can make it happen." I had to really work on convincing myself I could be a businessman, even after messing up, losing a ton of money, and feeling like an idiot. People took advantage of me because I didn't know better, and I had to talk myself through it all. People were calling me dumb, and somewhere in my head, I was thinking, yeah, maybe they're right. Just look at what I've done. I had to push past that. Come on, man, stop saying no. Get it together. You can handle this. You just haven't figured it out yet, and that's okay. This is your learning phase. It's just the cost of not knowing. Other people have done it, and you can too. It doesn't take a genius. Change how you see yourself and pay attention to the little things. No one's going to look after your stuff better than you, so you need to work on yourself and grow. You've got to keep hyping yourself up every single day. Really sell yourself on who you are and what you can do. It drives me crazy to see young people just wasting time with all this technology. You've got everything you need right at your fingertips in this world that's been set up for you. Everything's instant. If you could mix that tech with the hard work your parents and grandparents put in, you could be really successful. But you can't skip out on the hard work. That part is essential. You really need to be intentional about your dreams and the things you want to achieve. They aren't just going to happen on their own. You've got to get up and go after them. The enemy wants to distract you and keep your focus on things that don't matter. He'd love for you to just stay in bed and waste the next few weeks waiting around for the right moment. They're just waiting for everything to line up perfectly, like the stars aligning, but that's not gonna happen. You wanna know when the right time is. It's now. The only thing you need to do to beat procrastination is to just start. Just go for it. Procrastination crumbles when you take action. Don't let it hold you back. Just tackle what you need to do. So stop wondering how to beat procrastination. It's simple. Just get moving tomorrow. Tomorrow? There's no such thing as tomorrow. We only have today. You gotta tackle it like it's your last breath. If some of you are scared of math, face it head on. Stop running away from it. Go in there and grab that grade. Get that knowledge so you can pass the class. You need to go after it. You won't be here forever, and if you're not careful, you'll reach the end of your life still saying, "You'll do it tomorrow." From now on, live like there's no tomorrow. Seriously, the only time you can take action is right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right this second. Procrastination only gets worse, so you've got to do it now. Don't wait, don't make excuses, and don't overthink all the things that could go wrong. Just get up, get moving, and get it done. You only get one shot at this, so every time you catch yourself dragging your feet, remember that. Remind yourself that there's no tomorrow, only today to take action. Do it now. No one's going to lift the weights for you. No one's going to study for you. No one's going to put in the hours for you. You have to put in the hard work yourself. Are you making yourself better or worse? Are you moving forward or backward? Are you making progress or just standing still? Every little decision matters if you want to live a happy, healthy life. To live a successful life, you need to choose to face the pain now so you can enjoy peace later. Don't fall for the temptation of instant gratification that's trying to lure you in, saying things like, just 5 more minutes, or sleep in, or it's okay to indulge just this once, or take the day off, you deserve a break. Ignore that voice. If you always take the easy route, life will be tough. But if you tackle the hard stuff, life will get easier. Your habits are what shape your life. It's all about what you do every single day. Every single day counts more than anything else. Breaking out of your routine is tough, and it's going to take some effort. You need to push yourself to step out of your comfort zone. Don't overthink it or let your emotions take control. They'll just hold you back. If you wait until you feel like doing something, you'll never get it done. Make the decision to go for it, no matter what. Stick to your plan. Wake up when you're supposed to, study when you're supposed to, and just keep going. When it's time to hit the gym, just go. When it's time to work, get to work. Do what you said you'd do, even when you're not feeling it anymore. If you don't take charge of your mind, it'll take charge of you. You need to steer your brain in the direction you want to go and figure out what you want to achieve. Otherwise, you'll always feel like you're falling behind. Some of you just sit around hoping good things will come your way, but you need to get up and make them happen. You can't just wait for it to fall into your lap. There's no time to waste. The world doesn't hit pause, and neither does time. The people who reach the top don't let a few bad days drag them down. They're focused on piling up good, productive days, one after another. They get that if you keep doing this for a year, 2 years, 5 years, or even 10 years, the momentum builds up so much that you start racking up wins just from your daily habits. It's not easy, but that's how it works. Having a jam-packed schedule day in and day out without taking a break isn't really what being all in is about. It's not just about working 50% or putting in 60 hours a week. It's not about working a couple of Saturdays a month or skipping one birthday party. Being all in means you've got to get really comfortable with being uncomfortable, because nothing great comes from being cozy. Everything that's worth it, everything that really matters, comes from pushing through the tough stuff. Nothing that's worthwhile is easy. If you want to get something meaningful, you can't avoid being uncomfortable. Everything's going to push you out of your comfort zone, so just get used to it. If you can learn to be okay with discomfort, there are no limits to what you can achieve. A lot of you have dreams and goals, but there's no shortcut around hard work. I wish I could just wave a magic wand and make your passions and dreams come true, but that's not how it works. You gotta put in the work, and hard work pays off. And you know what's awesome about our culture? The world is full of lazy people. What are you doing to make your next move your best one? Are you digging deep to push through everything you're dealing with right now, or are you just settling for where you are? You need to put in an extra hour, run a bit faster, and add 5 more pounds to the bar. That's the kind of effort you need to be great. That's the sacrifice required to reach the next level you want to be at. It's going to take work. Adopt that dog mentality. You've got to grab hold of this and not let go. You're going to have to fight and fight until you can't anymore. If you tell yourself, right now, that you'll do whatever it takes to push through this, nothing can hold you back. You need to put more energy into what you're doing than anyone else. If getting up at 4 isn't cutting it, then get up at 3:30. Read the book once, and if you don't get it, read it again. Read it 3 times if you have to. You can aim for perfection, and you might hit 99%, but that 1% can sting the most. That 1% means injuries, bumps, and bruises. It's sweat, blood, and tears every single day. But when you're down and feeling defeated, just remember that it's all part of that 1%. So you push back, you fight back, you get up and dust yourself off. This isn't for the weak or the half-hearted. Sometimes it's going to hurt, sometimes it'll be painful, and sometimes you might not even feel like you can walk. If you want something, you have to go after it. You've got to put in the effort. Yeah, it's tough. Why? Because the process is toughening you up. When you're working out and feel like you're dying, when your legs are burning from doing just one more squat, it'll feel so much better when you finally chill out later. Sipping on a protein shake, thinking, man, I really pushed myself. I really gave it my all in that set, in school, in my career. Life can be tough, and it often feels like you have to fight hard just to get by. We don't always have the time, money, or connections we need. But when you think about the most influential people in history, they weren't always sitting on a pile of resources. They found a way to get what they needed. So how do people manage to do that when they start from scratch? The secret is being resourceful. Resourcefulness is the ultimate key to success. And the best part, it's something everyone has inside them. The real question is whether you tap into it or not. If you're creative enough, can you find a solution to the problem? Yes or no? If you're determined enough, can you come up with the money you don't have? Yes or no? If you care enough and can get others to care too, can you get them to help you? Yes or no? If you're bold enough, strong enough, and disciplined enough, can you push yourself to do things that others can't figure out? Yes or no? Most people never reach their goals because they give themselves excuses and a lot of reasons to back down. People with resources have options. They can just say, "This is too hard," and walk away, or think, "This business isn't making enough money," and quit. But when you have no choice but to succeed, your chances of making it are pretty solid. You need to put yourself in tough situations where you have no way out, because that's when you'll really fight. It's one thing to be hungry for success, but it's a whole different level when you're starving for greatness. I'm hungry for success, man. Every day feels like I'm backed into a corner, and I have to push forward no matter who's in my way. They're not stopping me. Put yourself in a spot where there's no turning back. It's either do or die, sink or swim. And you know what? You'll discover some amazing skills along the way. You'll be moving like you've never imagined. When you're desperate, you get super creative. Just throw yourself into it completely. All you can do is enough, but you need to make sure you're doing everything you can. As we think about the future, let's decide right now to really focus on ourselves, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I'm committed to doing everything I can to grow and showcase my talents and contribute to the world. You've got to tap into that beast mode. Everything about you should scream that you're serious. If you want it, go after it, and don't leave anything behind. Leave it behind. It's mine. You better run fast because I'm coming for it. Sometimes life brings you to your knees. Sometimes you have to cry, and it can hurt deep down. When times get tough, you don't just face obstacles, you have choices. You can suffer, or you can decide to do whatever it takes to free yourself, reinvent yourself, and overcome whatever you're stuck in right now. It doesn't have to define you. Stay strong, no matter how tough things get. Keep standing your ground, and don't give up. You've got to be brave in life, folks. If you're not bold and you don't stand up for yourself, and if you aren't ready to bring out the best and strongest parts of yourself when life gets challenging, then life will just run you over. But once you realize the truth about the strength and goodness inside you, that truth will carry you through. Break free from being a victim in life. Embracing the truth will help you deal with things more calmly than you might expect. Getting unstuck means you'll start living life on your own terms instead of just going through the motions every day. You have a unique strength inside you, and you know things will improve. You can handle this. If you want different results in your life, you have to commit to giving it your all. Moments define who we are. Is it when we get knocked down, or is it when we get back up? That's when we show the world what we're really made of. Listen up, you can't give up. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But if life has you feeling low, I need you to get back up and prove them wrong. Those who thrive in darkness are relentless. They never quit. We've got to make it our mission to fight back. Stand your ground, get that attitude, and fire yourself up. Go for it. Look in the mirror and promise yourself that you're going to be amazing. No more excuses from now on. It's not just about getting hyped up. It's time to take action. Make a commitment to yourself today. Swear that you'll make whatever sacrifices you need to. Do whatever it takes to be great. Don't worry if others can't see it. That's totally normal. You've got to learn to block out the noise. You need to change how you see the critics around you and the critic inside your head. Start protecting your mind and get ready for what life throws at you. Build your confidence and self-esteem so that when people talk to you, it doesn't get to you. That's real strength in tough times. If you've been a victim in any way, use that experience to fuel your success. It's all about going the extra mile. That's what builds self-respect, self-esteem, and self-discipline. Don't let anything hold you back. Life can really mess with your head, but don't let that make you feel less than you are. Take control of your mind. Don't let life control you. Everyone has a moment that defines them, so whatever that moment is for you, own it. From today on, commit to doing whatever it takes to be the best version of yourself. Push your limits, challenge yourself, and expect great things to happen because you're going to show up differently. Fight like a warrior. It doesn't matter where you started or what your background is. It doesn't matter what race or gender you are or who your parents are. We can come up with all the excuses in the world, but trust me, there are thousands of people who've had it tougher than you and have achieved what you want to achieve. Nothing can hold you back when you become so skilled that everyone around you notices and acknowledges it. That's not just a gift, it's a habit that you can build. You can learn this skill, so work on becoming someone who can't be ignored. If you really want to succeed, it's not about just showing off on the field. You become a champion when no one is watching, when you're not just following the coach's orders. It's about doing your own drills in your own way. Sure, listen to the coach, but also put in your personal effort. You shine in those quiet moments when nobody's looking. Wearing a helmet doesn't make you a champion. You become a champion by the way you eat, the way you think, and the effort you put in. It's all about being committed to yourself. That's where a lot of you go wrong. You expect others to be more committed to your success than you are. You need to reach a point where no one wants it for you more than you want it for yourself. It blows my mind how many people are on beast mode while others are just living paycheck to paycheck and are okay with that. Listen to me, unless you're number one on your list. If you're at the top of your game, you should be taking it easy, but if you're number one, you know you can't just chill. I need you to take action, execute, execute, execute. Why? Because results bring rewards. If you really want it, You have to be willing to sacrifice and give up some things to move up. If you need some motivation, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I think I can. I think I can. I know I can. You are your biggest motivator. I wake up every day and hustle because that's just how I roll. Hey, listen up. I need you all to do me a solid. Stop acting like you're just average or whatever. You're meant for greatness. So go out there and be amazing, or else you'll just fade into the background. Life throws curveballs at you, and a lot of it is out of your hands. You can either deal with it the right way or let it mess you up. It's not the stuff that happens to you that shapes your future. It's how you react to it that really matters. I've messed up time and time again, but that's how I've found success. You get to choose how you handle it. Failure is either going to break you or make you stronger. It's your choice. If you're alive, you're not done yet. No way. You've got more in you. So listen up. I can do it because I'm capable. I will do it because I'm strong. I have to do it because people are counting on me. It's going to take everything you've got to make your life count. Focus on how you can show more of who you are and bring your ideas to life. Don't let that inner doubt stop you. Don't let anyone talk you out of your dreams by giving you excuses for why you can't have them or telling you you're not good enough. Ignore that inner critic and all the outside noise. Don't limit yourself based on your current situation, because that doesn't define who you are. Your resources don't set your potential. Just because life looks a certain way right now doesn't mean that's all there is. Remember, this is just where you are at the moment, not who you are. From tough times and setbacks, there's no limit to what you can achieve. You've got to focus on yourself and hype yourself up every day. Believe in your ability to get the job done and reach your goals. Tell yourself daily, here I go again, and I've got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing's going to hold me back. Don't expect others to understand or make sense of why you need to do this or why you're leaving a good job. Just go for it. They pay you well, but I'm going. I don't get it. You don't have to go. I'm doing this for me because I've made a different kind of commitment in my life. This is something I have to do. You have the power. You control the direction of your life. Whatever your life looks like right now is just a reflection of your mindset and how you've chosen to use your power. You have the ability to change it, but you don't know what I've been through. Honestly, what's happened to you doesn't really matter. What really matters is what you're going to do about it. I can get upset, anxious, or feel weak about it, or I can just say it's fine and make it work. If it gets tough, then tackle it head on. A lot of us just freeze up and don't know what to do, but you actually do know what to do. You've got genius inside you. Challenge yourself, push your limits, and come up with something. Use your imagination. The universe responds to those who refuse to back down because that's your commitment. That's what it's all about. If you want that book, if you want to chase that dream of taking charge of your life, it's all within your reach. But you've got to be ready to face disappointment, to feel lonely, to doubt yourself sometimes, and to get rejected over and over. You can't give up until life gives you what you're after. The way you handle your job right now and how you go about it will shape the success habits you'll need later. How you do one thing is how you do everything, even if it's just flipping fries. If you're not making the best fries every time, you're not going to cut it. If you can't clean the warehouse floor better than the next person, you're not going to make it either. Here's the deal. Losers always complain about losing, but don't do anything to change it. But winners, they'll do whatever it takes. Winners show up and stay late every day until they're winning. They'll talk to anyone who can help them and learn from it. Take it to heart and put it into action. That's what winners do. Winners want to be the best. They take pride in being the best and being dominant among their teammates. It all comes down to what time you wake up, how you eat, how you work out, and how you prepare. It's all about your mindset. When you want something as badly as you want to breathe, you're ready to make any sacrifice and go through anything. I'm ready to deal with any pain or suffering. When it's just me and him one-on-one, I promise you, I won't be the one to give up. If you want to be the best, you have to let it take over your life. Everyone's equal, but some just put in more effort. If you really want to succeed, you have to want it as badly as you want to breathe. It's all about what you do when the spotlight's off. Hard work, determination, and grit will get you there. Don't even try to outwork me. I'll wake up earlier than you, stay up later, and put in more hours. I'll read more, I'll grow, and I'll do whatever it takes. I do things to stand out from everyone else. The passion I have when I talk and the hustle I bring to what I do is unmatched. So, what are you going to do to set yourself apart? If you don't have more heart than me, if you haven't worked harder or sacrificed more, I'm going to crush you. I'm not backing down. I don't care what it says on paper, and I don't care how many games you've played. We live by this, and we die by this. We don't retreat. If you're not giving 120%, if you're only giving 60 or 70, then you want what those people who've sweated, bled, and cried for this have earned. It's not free. You need to learn how to not give up or give in. You have greatness inside you. You just have to bring it out. You've got to climb every mountain, cry if you need to, but whatever you do, don't give up. It's not supposed to be easy, but I believe greatness is inside you, and you've got what it takes. Everything you do becomes a habit. Hitting the snooze button, lounging on the couch, munching on donuts. It's all about habits. But you know what else is a habit? Discipline. Setting your alarm, getting up, working out, eating healthy. Those things become habits too. So, I suggest you work on building some discipline. You're not where you want to be because you don't need any more gifts or help. What you really need is discipline. You have to learn to say no to yourself. You keep focusing on everyone else, but you can't even tell yourself no, or to stop, or to quit. You need to reach a point where you're disciplined and can hold yourself accountable. So, just admit that the reason you're not doing great yet is because you keep hitting the snooze button. That's what's holding you back. The reason I'm not feeling great right now is that I didn't wake up early enough. I keep telling myself, I'm not a morning person. I'm not doing what I need to do to feel amazing. Your mind is powerful, and you've got to know how to use it and keep it in check. Most people can't control their thoughts. They let everything else dictate them and end up all over the place. You can take charge of your mind. You just have to make that choice. You're gonna be in control and do what you want. Weakness and laziness don't get a say. Everyone's looking for some quick fix to avoid hard work, but that doesn't exist. You've got to put in the effort and stay committed. Think about what you could achieve if you really put in the work and had some discipline in your life. So, turn up the volume on that inner voice, on that question, max it out. Get out there and do the stuff that will actually give us freedom. You've got to get good at the boring, everyday stuff, the usual grind. It's the little things you do every day that 99% of you think don't matter. People think if they eat right for 3 days or tick off a few tasks, like sending 5 emails or calling 10 people, they should be running a $10 million company. But they just don't get what mastering the everyday really means. It's about doing what most people can't stick to day in and day out, and doing it better than anyone else. You've got to push yourself to give it your all, because those little things you do every day will add up to something big. So, are you going to get your workout in or not? Are you going to do your cardio or not? I'm talking to those who want more, who strive to be at the top, who want to achieve great things. You all need to fully commit and put in your best effort like never before. Outwork, outsmart, and outlast everyone else. Stop relying on others for motivation. You need to motivate yourself. Eagles don't waste time gossiping. Kings don't gossip, they celebrate. You have to step out of your comfort zone because that's the most dangerous place to be. You should never feel too comfortable. You should be both happy and a bit frustrated with your ability to fully commit. When I say all in, I mean being all in every moment, every minute, hour, day, week, month, and year, until you reach your goals. You should be totally focused on that journey. If you want to show me you're serious about winning, fill up your calendar. That's how you prove to the world that you want to succeed, because everything comes down to how much you put in. It's tough to compete against someone who shows up consistently. It's one of those days where you just want to tell someone to take a break, go on vacation, and slow down for a bit. Whether that's for a day, a month, or even 3 months. Just let me catch my breath. Hungry people are just more urgent than everyone else. If I need to pick up a new skill, I'm getting that course today. I want to improve today, not tomorrow, not later. What you do at night matters, what you do in the morning matters, and what you do when you're with your friends matters too. If you're out drinking, it doesn't really matter what you do on Saturday or Sunday. The clock keeps ticking, no matter the day. You might think you can put in 7, 8, or even 10 hours a day and then just chill for the rest, but that's not going to get you anywhere. You're surrounded by people, friends, family, who are okay with settling for less and say things like, "You don't need to work on weekends." Why is that? Why do you work so hard at night? Why do you get up so early and do all that? Why do you train so much? Why are you always reading these books? We're out drinking beer while you're all obsessed. People are like, "Why do you have to go so hard? Why can't you just be happy?" They think you're crazy. Has anyone ever told you to just be satisfied with what you have? Don't listen to them. Get them away from you. You should never be satisfied with what you have. You should always push for more. Double your business, triple it. Trying to do more pushes you to be better. Taking the easy route never pays off. If you think it's just going to be a stroll in the park, you're totally wrong. You've got to put in all your effort and energy to make it happen and work harder than everyone else. Work while they sleep, learn while they party, save while they spend, and live like you dream. When we're on our deathbed, we won't be worried about how much we made, how much money you had, how much power you had, how much prestige. It's all just a game, an illusion. What really matters is the impact you had on other people's lives. We're all on our own journeys, but the beautiful thing about life is that at my funeral, they won't be discussing my success. They'll be talking about who I was, how I lived, how I loved, and how I encouraged others. Success is important, but even more important is having an impact. Starting today, just play your best game every time. It doesn't mean you'll score every time, but you can always give it your all. You can't control how the game goes or how your body feels, but you can control your effort. Don't pay attention to what your mum, dad, friends, or the internet say. You can't just dip your toe in and say, "I'm not sure about this. It feels kinda strange, you know." You really have to put every single breath, every bit of energy, and every thought and effort you have into becoming who you want to be. If you want to make a real impact, you're going to face a lot of judgment and hate. People are going to talk trash and say, "Who do you think you are?" If no one thinks you're crazy, you're not pushing yourself to your full potential. I actually appreciate my journey. Haters just motivate me to hustle harder. I always say, if you want to see what success looks like, just watch me. A lion doesn't waste time negotiating with a hyena. It's not like he's waking up thinking, "Let's chill with some hyenas." I might not have natural beauty, talent, creativity, brains, or humor. None of that. But what I do have is the drive to outwork you. If the treadmill says 45, I'm going for 46. If I need to make 20 calls, I'll make 21. You've got to realize it's not about what you were born with or where you started or even where you're headed. It's all about what you put at the core of your being, how hard you're willing to chase after your goals, how much focus you're ready to invest in your life, and how often you return to that level of determination for the person you want to become. You need to decide that no one in your situation will outwork you. Sure, some folks might run faster or swim better, but mentality is everything. You're not going to succeed without that mindset. You got to outwork me, so I'll find a way to catch up. If you're not that talented, you can still beat them by putting in the time and getting there before they do. Get up and get moving. You need to do what sets you apart from everyone else. I do things that make me different. The passion and hustle I have when I'm working is on another level. I always give 110%, and that's the only promise I can make. If you guys don't put in the work, you won't get anywhere. I promise you, your life will haunt you forever if you don't go after your dreams. Just keep pushing, no matter what. When you're working for what you want, like your cookies and ice cream, it's real, it's in you. You know it's there because you dream about it and think about it all the time. Don't just push through the struggles, don't give up. You have the power to shape your own future. We're all created equal, but some of us put in the effort, some hustle harder, and some don't make excuses. Just keep going. When we're under pressure, we often think, I've got to push through and take it to the next level. That's when you really start to break through, and that's the toughest part. The last bit of that breakthrough, it's all about mental toughness. It's time to unlock your potential because it's already inside you. The people who've made it to that level are just like us. They just believed in themselves and were ready to work their butts off to get there. It's not about their potential or genetics, it's all about their determination. Perseverance is key, and it's all about being the hardest worker out there. People love to make excuses like saying someone's built different. If that means they get up earlier, stay late, help others, ask questions, stay humble, and work their butt off when no one's watching, then sure, they're built different. When you wake up earlier than everyone, put in the extra hours, and keep your head down, I promise someone who's slacking off is going to think, wow, they're built different. He's just built differently, and that should be your motto, because people get down on themselves. You're setting the standard every single day. If you don't feel like running, you get out there and run. If you don't want to swim, you dive in and swim. If you don't want to study, you damn well study. That's how you toughen up your mind. It's going to be hard, and it won't always be fun, but do something challenging every day. That's how you grow. When things are tough, that's good. It makes you stronger and better. You've got a story to share, so get ready to unleash that savage mentality within you. A savage doesn't care about feelings, they just get things done. Stop waiting for the right feeling to dictate your life. Greatness isn't a one-time achievement, it's something you encounter over and over. You won't reach it if you're not always chasing it. Some of you aren't successful because you confuse effort with success. Just because you try doesn't mean you've made it. You can put in 40 hours, but that doesn't mean you'll get something out of it. In the real world, they don't care how much time you put in, they just want results. You might feel like you did as much as the next person, like you studied just as hard, but it doesn't matter. You have to deliver. Lazy people do just a bit and think they deserve to win, but real winners work their butts off and still stress about being lazy. Having a true winner's mindset means always pushing for more. You made it to the NFL and became the MVP, but that's not enough. You ran a 5K, then a 10K, still not enough. You became a doctor, but you need to be an even better one. You lost 50 pounds, and then what? You just sit around? You have to reach a point where no one else wants your success more than you do. Are you ready to run hard even when you don't know how far you have to go? Why go after winning? Because if you don't, the only thing guaranteed in life is losing. Focus on yourself and what you want. You're focused on what you're doing and stressing about where you're headed. But you need to be your best and do whatever it takes. You got that? You're going to carve your own path and follow your own rules. Be smart, and you're going to come out on top. You're chasing peace, happiness, and the pride that comes from knowing exactly what you're capable of. For a true hunter, it's not just about the prize. It's all about the hunt itself. That's what they thrive on. It's not just about catching something, it's the chase that matters. It's all about the grind when no one sees what you're doing. Those extra reps, that's what makes you great. Seriously, you've got to be all in on your vision. Winning doesn't matter to me. I just want to keep pushing forward. You're going to break through whatever's holding you back from your dreams. You're going to keep at it, never back down. You'll be the one who stays pumped until the job's done and your dream becomes a reality. In the long run, all these other folks are going to back down and get weak. But you won't if you want to live your best life. To really live your best life, you need to be serious about it. You have to pay attention to the choices you make. People often make bad choices, wake up, and then make another bad choice, and it becomes a habit. Then they wonder, how did I end up here? You're trying to reach certain goals, but you aren't making the right choices to get there. You're all caught up in your feelings. The problem is, a lot of people just can't get up in the morning. They don't have the energy to keep up with me. I'm like, come on, there's nothing wrong with you. You just lack stamina. You can't outsmart everything. Some things just require power. You need to have the energy for it. You're just too slow. It takes you way too long. It shouldn't take you 3 weeks to do something that could be done way quicker. Taking 24 hours to get something done doesn't make you a bad person, but if you want to be great, you have to keep pushing yourself. You don't need an alarm clock. My passion gets me up, my drive gets me going, and my determination fuels me to achieve whatever I want. What motivates you? Why are you even playing this game? You need to start with the end goal in mind. Whatever your dream or goal is, you should wake up thinking about it and go to bed with it on your mind. Are you hearing me? You really have to. Look, everything you do, whether it's what you read or the music you listen to, should feed into your dream. I didn't get to where I am by being lazy or just sitting around watching TV. I didn't take days off. I know what it takes. One day, I decided I was done with being average. I was tired of just being okay. I made up my mind that it was time to step up. If you want to move up to the next level, whether you're a woman or a man, you've got to make that decision too. You have to want something better than what you've got right now to make a change. You only move up when you're fed up with where you are. You don't belong at the bottom, so it's time to get up and stop being comfortable down there. Get moving and get to where you should be. Do what you're meant to do and live the life you're meant to live. Every single day, I feel like giving up. Every single day, I don't have the luxury of slacking off. Why? Because I'm counting on myself, my wife's counting on me, and my son's counting on me. I can't afford to waste any time. Your hustle has to match your dreams. You can't hang out like you used to. You can't go to the same places. You can't do the same things. It's time to step it up. I need you to wake up every single day and make the most of those 24 hours like never before. Life is going to hit you hard if you don't. Life will hit you hard, and yeah, it'll make you cry. That's just how it goes. The real test of growth is when you get knocked down. If someone takes you out, there's not much you can do about it. But if I come back a week later and you're still lying there, we've got a problem. Some of you say it's not your fault, and you're right. The way you were born and what happened to you isn't your fault. But come on, if you're still on the ground after 20 years, that's on you. If you get knocked down, you can't control that. But staying down is a choice. But getting back up is all on you. You've got to be your own hero, so stop waiting for someone else to save you. Stop wishing things would change and just get on with your life. I love myself too much to stay stuck in the same place forever. I'm not blind, I see what's happening. But I don't want to focus on that, because if I put my energy into something negative, my body will react, and I'll start doing negative things too. The way our bodies work is pretty simple. If you talk negatively, your body reacts negatively. You talk down about things, and it can lead to health issues. I get it. I know how to be negative. But I've learned that when you think positively and speak positively, you can actually make things happen. You can talk about things that aren't real yet as if they are, and it can lead to success. After the struggle comes the reward, and after the pain, there's productivity. Stop crying and focus your energy on pushing through the pain, because the end of it is your promise. When life knocks you down, you've got to take a good look at it. I was born in darkness, shaped and molded by it. I'm here to tell you that you can turn your pain into something useful. Pain is just temporary. It's actually your friend. It's what will help you level up. No pain, no gain. Embrace that pain as it flows through you, because it's leading you somewhere. Take control of your struggles and turn them into something good. You get to choose how your pain shapes you and what comes out of it. I can't control what happens to me, but I can choose how I react. If you just give up, you'll end up stuck. I'm not here because I'm the best. I'm here because they tried to bring me down, but I didn't let them. I've put in too much effort to quit now. I've made too many sacrifices to just throw in the towel. So when life hits hard, I don't just sit around feeling sorry for myself. I fight back. Average people depend on their natural talents, but those who really shine push through the challenges. People are out here hustling. Life's tough and it's gonna knock you down. Stop complaining and crying. Nobody's paying attention. Let it hit you, but don't let it beat you. I'm serious. Don't give up. Don't give in. Push through, no matter if you're sick or what you're facing. If you're not dead, it means you've still got a purpose. As long as you're waking up, you're still in the game. As long as you're alive, you can still make things happen. As long as you're breathing, you're still in it. You can win. So get up and promise me that from now on, you won't let anything defeat you. There's something holding you back, some force that's keeping you down, and no matter what you try, you can't shake it off. But I'm here to tell you that the thing in your nightmares, the thing dragging you down, is you. There are two ways to look at life and its struggles. Some people blame the world for their problems. When you ask someone what they could do differently, it's a lot easier and feels better to just blame others for your problems. Isn't it funny how we expect guarantees from people, but we won't make any promises to ourselves? That's the issue with some of you. You keep pointing fingers at others instead of owning up to your part. You owe it to yourself to take a good look in the mirror and ask, why am I only giving 50%? What's up with me? You really need to step up. You need to stop with the punishments, like no more TV, snacks, or desserts. It's time to work out now. You owe it to yourself. I push myself harder than anyone else ever could. I'm not trying to compete with others. I'm competing with my own potential. My biggest competition is myself. It's always you against you. You've got to be the one to get up every morning, stay disciplined, and put in the hard work every day, because that's what leads to success. No coach, no trainer can do that for you. Your only competition is yourself. I value myself enough to give 120% or not bother at all. There's no excuse for not reaching your full potential. When you leave this room, remember, you owe it to yourself. I didn't get to where I am by making excuses. What changed? I changed. I stopped playing the victim. I stopped waiting for good things to come to me and decided to take charge. I'm going to fight, work hard, push forward, learn, and do everything I can. Every single day, I'm determined to be a winner, not a loser. Why? Because I owe it to myself. Nobody can stop me but me. You want to take charge of your life, but you don't want to hold yourself accountable. You'll complain about the world telling you what you can't do, but you stay quiet when you're not doing what you should be doing. You hit snooze when you should be getting up, and you let yourself off the hook. If you want to hold others accountable, you need to hold yourself accountable too. Always. You want to blame others and put them on the spot, but you're not doing the same for yourself. There are things you can't control, and it feels like you're trapped by your own choices. You need to take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself why you're only putting in half the effort. What's holding you back? It's time to ditch the excuses, stop pointing fingers at others, and start reflecting on your own actions. What did you miss out on? And that's why we fast every now and then. It's not like we have to fast, but at some point, you need to fast to show your body who's really in charge. I'm in control, not you. I know you don't want to get up, but you don't have a choice. Get up. We're trying to eat and live a certain way because I owe it to myself, and no one can hold me back except me. When you get a grip on yourself, you put yourself in a league that a lot of people can't reach, and that makes you unique. Just like diamonds are rare and expensive, so are you when you master yourself. You need to tough it out. You have to be ready to push through discomfort because nothing worthwhile is going to be easy. Stop wishing for things to be different and start telling yourself, I'm going to make it happen no matter what. You're not where you want to be, not because you need more chances, but because you need to get disciplined. Learn to say no to yourself, to stop, to quit procrastinating. You have to reach a point where you really commit. You've got to be disciplined, even if it means saying no to your friends or changing up your diet. Whatever it takes, you need to be ready to do it. Stop making excuses and blaming others for where you are. Take full responsibility. Look at what you can control and take charge of it. It's a lifestyle change. Instead of hitting snooze in the morning, get up, make your bed, and tidy up your place. Hit the snooze button, then get up. You don't really feel like going for a run, but you do it anyway. Same with swimming. You might not want to make your bed, but you do it. Cleaning the house, not fun, but you get it done. Studying, you push through. That's how you toughen your mind. It's going to be hard, and it won't be enjoyable. Do something challenging every day. That's how you grow. Make every day count. The secret to your success lies in what you do every single day. The wild thing is, all you have to do is look in the mirror and face yourself. Once you do that, you'll reach a whole new level. Embrace the pressure. It's what creates diamonds. Take the pressure you feel about your goals and turn it into action. Let it drive you to where you want to be, while everyone else is just chilling. No more messing around after today. I need you to take charge of every single part of your life, and we'll tackle it one day at a time. At some point, you're going to get trolled. They say an alligator is so fierce it could take down a lion, but I could take one out with my bare hands. You just have to do it right after it eats, because then it gets satisfied and kinda paralyzed. Some of you here are like that. You've had a little success, and now you're just chilling, like you're done. But come on, you shouldn't be satisfied yet. Stay hungry. What have you done lately? Have you ever thought about what really fills you up? What have you achieved that makes you feel so satisfied? Real champions just get hungrier with every victory. They never stop striving for more. They don't settle at the top. Winners may beat losers, but legends go above and beyond winners. You should aim to outshine everyone around you. Legends feel fulfilled and happy because they put in the work to be the best at whatever they do. Just winning isn't enough. You need to push yourself to the limit. You're not reaching your full potential if you're just focusing on beating other people who are winning. That's not what will leave a mark. I've got to stay driven and keep it humble. I walk around without wanting people to recognize me. Why? Because I still want that hunger. When you get too proud, it stops you from staying hungry, and you really need that drive. But if you don't have that fire inside, you get worn out fast. You can only go for a couple of hours before you're exhausted. You've got to have that passion. It's essential. Every year, you should be hungrier for success. You can't just get comfortable or satisfied. I want to crush it, make my dreams come true, and every year, my drive gets stronger. I want more. I want to do more, help more. I want to be bolder, better, and stronger every single year. We're all created equal, but some people put in the work. Some wake up at 2:30 a.m., while others just grind. Stop making excuses. Some of us don't back down or give up. When we face pressure, we say, "I've got to rise to the challenge and take it to the next level."